Good afternoon, members. Today is June 15, 2023. It's exactly 1:05 in the afternoon, and we're here to hear the appointment of Ms. Eloise R. Baza for the Shefa Board. She is a nominee from the administration of Palacios and Apatang, and she's scheduled for this afternoon for her hearing. So I hereby call this committee meeting to order this afternoon. May I hear a motion to, actually, I'm calling the order already. So pursuant to Rule 5, attendance and quorum under Section 2 of the SNIL delegation rules, we only need 3 members to be present in order for us to conduct the meeting this afternoon. And so in the chamber this afternoon, joining me is Representative Vicente Camacho, Representative Marissa Flores, Representative Danita Yangtimay, Representative BJ Atto, Representative Diego Camacho, and also Senator Karina Magofnia. We have enough members to conduct the hearing this afternoon, so the attendance for quorum is established. May I hear a motion on item number 3 for the adoption of the agenda? Any second? Okay, there's a motion to adopt the agenda this afternoon, and it has been seconded. All those in favor say aye. Nays? Motion carries. This afternoon's agenda is hereby adopted. Moving on to item number 4, for public comments. We are now open for anybody to come up and make a public comment regarding the nominee for this afternoon. Anyone? Okay. There's nobody here to make a public comment, so we are officially closing this section of the agenda. At this time, we want to invite under Section 5 of the agenda, the nominee, Ms. Eloise Baza, to come up before the body. And standard procedure for this committee, before we begin to allow the nominee to make her statement, we will officially administer the oath. And so, Ms. Eloise, if you just remain standing, and the clerk will, Mr. Devin Macaranas, the legislative assistant, will administer the oath to you this afternoon.
May I have you please raise your right hand? Ms. Elaine R. Baza, you do solemnly swear under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you shall give in the matter at hand shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Baza. And before we proceed with you this afternoon, also joining us for our session is Senate Legal Counsel Joe Bermudez, Legislative Assistant, Mr. Devin Macaranas. Our IT personnel is Mr. Jonathan Diaz, and Sergeant at Arms, Mr. Benjamin Terlahi, is with us this afternoon. Thank you so much for helping us out this afternoon. Ms. Baza, right now you are welcome to make a statement before this committee. You have about 5 minutes for your opening remarks. Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you for that. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous, and like I was just mentioning to some, I'm not used to speaking in front of this audience. I'm just so used to speaking in a classroom setting, so please forgive me. Keith, Hafidez and Tiro. Good afternoon, Madam Chairwoman Edith De Leon Guerrero, and the honorable members of this committee, and to also all the people of the CNMI. My name is Ms. Eloise Baza. I reside in the village of Chananlalo. I am the proud daughter of the late George Bialur and Elizabeth Baza Kaipet, and even a prouder member of the Rofaluash and the Chamorro community. I am also a proud and busy mother of 11 and 4 beautiful grandchildren. Yes, I have that many kids. So I'm a very busy all day, with my profession as an educator. I deal with kids, then I go home to my kids. More kids, yes. So before I would begin, I would like to, of course, give thanks to the Palacios Apatang administration, and also to the Honorable Mayor RB Camacho for nominating me and entrusting me to serve as a board of directors of the Saipan Higher Education Financial Assistance, also known as SHEFA, sorry. Although the financial assistance of through the financial assistance of scholarships such as the Pell Grant, CNMI Scholarship, and SHEFA, it has made it possible for me to obtain my degrees, such as an associate's in liberal arts and accounting emphasis. And then from then on, I continued on with my education, attaining my bachelor's degree in elementary education. Of course, here at our very own community college at NMC. I also plan to further continue my education, obtaining my master's degree again, whether it's online or here in this here at NMC. I'm not only you know a mother, but I'm a very passionate educator for over 15 years. Um, you know, and I think with my profession, bringing it to the table with being if chosen and selected to be part of the SHEFA, I think I can bring that to the table and thinking of a teacher and an educator point of view, So I am a firm believer that education, of course, is the key that opens up to doors of unlimited possibilities. And if you give me this opportunity to serve on the board, on the SHEFA board of directors, I promise that I will work hard and diligently alongside with my colleagues to ensure the effectiveness of management and distribution of scholarships to all eligible recipients. In closing, I would like to again thank you, Madam Chairwoman Edith Guerrero, and all the honorable members of this committee for giving me this opportunity to hear me defend my nomination to the SHEFA Board of Directors. I would also like to thank and recognize Ms. Marissa. I know she's not here, but and her hardworking staff of SHEFA, and also to my family and friends who continuously encourage me to do my very best. And of course, lastly, I want to thank God because some of my prayers have been answered. And I'm ready to take on this challenge if you give me this opportunity to serve as a board member of SHEFA. Thank you once again. Thank you, Sizos Masi and Hilisto.
Thank you, Ms. Baza, for your beautiful opening statement and sharing some, background of yourself, being a mother, grandma, and an educator. Thank you very much for that openness with you. And before we move into the discussion section of the agenda this afternoon, for the viewing public, we are also live on cable channel 23. And we're also live streaming on our Facebook page for the legislature, and the recording also of the session this afternoon will be uploaded on YouTube channel for the legislature. And so with that, we're now down to item 6 of the agenda for this afternoon, and we are now open for questions, discussions with the nominee, and I recognize Representative Vicente Camacho.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to congratulate Ms. Baza for her nomination. I think that she will do just fine in this nomination and appointment. But I want to yield all my questions to Senate President. Thank you.
I now recognize Representative Marissa Flores.
Hi, Ms. Baza. Thank you for that opening statement. I think I just want to recognize you in two parts. First, it's not easy being a mother of 11. I'm a mother of 3, and it's like 6. So 11 is probably like 22, I suppose, right? But I'd like to congratulate you on being a very strong parent to your 11 children, including the grandchildren that you have. So hats off to you as being a strong, resilient mother. In addition to your second hat as being an educator and being an educator in Tanapak Elementary, I believe. And so you're a mother, again, 2 times to your students. I'd also like to say that I'm very happy that the nomination is involving a young, vibrant individual, because I feel that the younger generation, or at least our generation, have been held back a lot in terms of displaying their abilities and their worth. You've obviously worked very hard to be where you're at, so I commend you on that. You also have, as a parent and as an educator, as well as a graduate of NMC, the ability to empathize with families, especially students who would like to attain post-secondary education and be a part of the higher learning institution. And that's usually missed with some of the boards, is that their lack of empathy to understand what it is to be part of that marginalized population. Although we know that when you are 18 years old and you want to apply, it really is up to you, right? But some people, some students don't have the luxury of being born into privilege, and therefore that becomes a barrier to access. So for you to be nominated to this board, I stand comfortable in knowing that you can obviously advocate for these young individuals who would love to attain higher learning and attend post-secondary education with the supports of the financial aids that are available to them, both federally and locally. So congratulations on your nomination. I know that you'll do an outstanding job, and congratulations again. I yield.
Thank you, Representative Flores. Any other members? Recognize Representative BJ Atto.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just for decorum purposes, Madam Chair, I kind of feel bad for Ms. Baza that nobody from either the mayor's office or the administration actually came up to introduce the nominee to this body, and I think that's very important because, first of all, you're accepting this nomination, and we appreciate you and we thank you for that, for accepting the nomination from the Mayor RB Camacho and the administration of Palacios Apatang. I just see the unfortunate that they're not here today to actually present you to this body, because it's very important. This is not just a regular board. This is a board that's actually going to address the potential future of a lot of our students that will be availing to this scholarship program. And for that, I really have no questions. I just want to bring that up and thank you for accepting the nomination, whether they're here or not. We appreciate you accepting the nomination and taking the time to be with us this afternoon to answer questions if there are questions. But we look forward to you sitting on the board, and I fully support your nomination. Thank you again. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Representative BJ Atto. Any other members would like to have a conversation with the nominee? Recognize Representative Diego Camacho.
Good afternoon, Ms. Eloine Basa. Is it so? I just want to thank you for accepting the nomination as well, and accepting additional responsibility as a full-time teacher, full-time mom, and takes a lot of will to accept it. No, if you were a previous board member, we would have questions about Shifa, but so you're just coming in, and I know that funding through to Shifa from the delegation is not always consistent. So just wish you luck in trying to work with what's available. Nothing further to add. Just good luck and congratulations.
Thank you, Representative Camacho. I recognize now Senator Karina Magofnia.
Thank you, Madam President, and good afternoon to you, Ms. Eloine. I just would like to also congratulate you on your nomination, and most especially for your acceptance, because this is an additional responsibility on top of everything else that you are multitasking with. So we do appreciate you taking the time to come up here. As Rep. BJ had mentioned, it is unfortunate that nobody is here to introduce you to the body, but that's okay. You did quite a fantastic job with your opening statement, and with that, I just want to say that you have my full support on your nomination. So thank you again.
Senator Magofnia, and I now recognize Representative Denita Yangtimay.
Faisal. Mete tamrel falwash.
Lisa
Yeah.
Limpi.
Okay. Huh? No, this is secret. Thank you for accepting the nomination. She was just telling me her name in Carolinian, just to show off that she speaks Carolinian. And that's also one of the important items that she forgot to put on her resume. And yes, I also support your appointment. And thank you for, managing all of these things at home, at work, and now you're going into Shefa. Good luck.
Yes. May I please add on if that's okay? I know there's no one here because I didn't even told any of my family member, including her. She was just like, make sure this. And I was like, oops, she found out. So I did not invite anyone. I did not made it notice to my family that I'm coming here today. It's just that I'm a very simple person. I don't like the highlights, but when you give me that task, I will do my very best, and it's not about, showing this and that. It's about doing the work. And I think that's one of my strongest, things that I'm capable of doing. So, like what Miss or Representative Danita Yangtamay mentioned, or Representative Atau, no one's here to introduce me, and I'm okay with that. It's not by introducing, having people giving speech about my nomination. I am here. I will speak for myself, and I will prove to you guys that I can do the job if given the opportunity. So thank you, everyone, for giving me this opportunity and your time. I know you guys are very busy. Thank you. Yes.
I yield.
Thank you, Representative Yang Dimai. Any other follow-up questions from the members or discussions? All right, we're going to come full circle, and I'll be the last person. Ms. Baza, thank you so much for being humble. I really appreciate that. And you're right. It's not about all the glory and all the speech, the long introduction. It really doesn't matter. What we want to see is a nominee that will sit at this table with us and will talk sincerity and making a difference to make the system better for our people in our Commonwealth. And being appointed to the Shefa board is very important because that is educating our children and giving them that future for self-sufficiency, to go get educated, bring home the talent. But I do want to bring some to your attention this afternoon. Thank you for coming into my office to sit with me and to relax a little bit, because I know you expressed that you were so nervous you want to share. But I'm glad you're calm already, because it's really a warm body to work with. And yeah, we're real people. Yeah. Yeah, we don't really also like the paparazzi, though a lot of paparazzis will like to do their thing, right? But I know we shared earlier the centric report. I do not expect you to have the answers this afternoon, but I do want to bring your attention on the last page regarding the Shefa Board Resolution number 2021-002. I've been getting calls from some families regarding that particular resolution. And since you're coming in, perhaps maybe that would be one of the new conversations at the board level to reconsider that particular resolution. Additionally, on the same page, on the last part of the centric report under goals, there's 7 goals of Shefa. And I think coming in from the education sector, you're part of that workforce system, that workforce ecosystem, and how to better the system with respect to data collection and everything else that they have listed down as their initiatives to make Shefa a much more better program. So I'm going to put my dependence on you as an educator, and then I think you bring that asset to the table with the Shefa board members as well. Additionally, one of the concerns that I have personally since I became a senator is I've looked at the total number of the value of outstanding receivables. Again, on the last page, in receivables of uncollected amounts of $20.6 million. Even the banks, they write off uncollectibles, right? And if we look on the same report, I did the math quickly here, and the total collection on page 3 of the same report, 567,534. That's about 2.8% of the total outstanding receivables of the Shefa scholarship that has been given out to the students. And so I do want to bring to your attention that I did introduce a local bill, though it's still outstanding. I do plan to probably introduce it again, 22-11 during the 22nd legislature to remove this particular liability against our children, our students, because at that time period, too, knowing that these receivables has been outstanding for so many years, it's the time period of lapse already where it becomes uncollectible. There's some collectibles of 500,000, right? Okay, so that's going on, but in reality, with the way the economy is going, a lot of families are suffering. A lot of things are not affordable. And systemically, we also have programs that are also, trying to survive themselves by taking from one program to another just to keep things afloat. And so these are the areas that I would like for you to look into and to have those kind of conversations with the other board members. How can we move forward and if there's any opportunity there to look at forgiving perhaps maybe the majority of the outstanding receivables so that we can move forward and not saddle and burden our children when they're trying to be educated, or even if they have not completed their degree program, that they have this lingering financial responsibility that they owe the CNMI government thousands of dollars just because. And if we're talking about improving our economy, improving our talent, getting our people educated, having a life, getting a job, then what are we doing as a system to saddle them down with $20.6 million of uncollected receivables? I think we need to have this kind of heart-to-heart conversation, and I do appreciate for you to bring that to the board level. That would be my end conversation, and then I don't have any further questions. Is there anything else, Ms. Baza, that you would like as a closing statement before we take a short recess? You're just happy to be here, right?
Yes, I'm happy. And again, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Antonita, and everyone else for, again, giving me this opportunity. I will, like I said, do my very best. Thank you for bringing those issues up. And definitely, once I hop on board, I will bring those issues to the rest of my colleagues. Thank you very much for your time.
Sidus Masi,
Sidus
and
Masi.
we'll take a short recess. Thank you. Thank you, members. We're back from recess, and we conclude our section of discussion, Q&A with the nominee. And with that, I would like to recognize Representative BJ Atto to make the motion regarding the standing committee report for this afternoon's hearing.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry. Motion to proceed with the committee report in support of Ms. Baza's nomination to the Shefa Board. I so move.
There is a motion to prepare the standing committee report in support of Ms. Eloine R. Baza for confirmation by the entire SNIO delegation. And there's a second, a short recess, please. Council? We're back from that short recess. Thank you, Council, for having a much more in-depth clarification on the organization of the Standing Committee report. Moving on in our agenda, under Section 7, under announcements, any members have any announcements for this body? None? Okay, I do not have any other announcements. We have not received anything else for consideration for a hearing under the SNIO JGO. May I hear a motion for item number 8 for the adjournment of this meeting this afternoon? It has been moved and seconded to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor say aye. Nays? Thank you very much, members. This meeting is hereby adjourned.